Oh no, oh no, oh no. Can't play that song. Anyway, I tried in there. I didn't know there was a girl in there. Like when I stopped the camera and I was explaining what I do and everything. And I got a few things out of him. And I made some progress, although he's very young and everything like that. But he was mentioning Obama, and I was talking about some things. And the thing here this morning, seeing somebody out there with something saying that Trump is against immigration, and what I was trying to say, like in the opener, like either maybe I should just go with the dream like that I had. Yes. So it was like in this apartment. Like Bill was there. Like, where? Well, a lot of you don't know the area, but there's this place. It used to be Mashers, but in the beginning across the street there was this place called Casals. But Bill owns the building out front, way out front. But across the street, when I grew up, there was this guy Mutte. He was a painter, Jimmy Mutte. My cousin Pat used to hang around with him as a mentor and stuff like that, or at least I thought. It's all perception, It's like, anyway, this heat, I had it on. Like while I was in there talking to him for a little bit, and it's really, it's so warm outside, like and again, when I do the show, like I don't like to feel any kind of distractions at all, I like it to be able to hit the air on. Okay, that's better, because I like to feel like at ease and relaxed. So out front was like I was in this sort of like in the front room. I remember there was objects like grapes, like sunflower seeds, or just something. I'm not sure. It's not definite, but there was something. It was like minimal kinds of food. Like I had, and across the street was Casals, and all like our relatives and all people I knew were over there eating, and like expensive, huge kinds of stuff. And I remember a couple of my cousins came over. They were looking, they were checking up on me. It was like they wanted me in this small little room for some reason. Seriously, this is a dream. But then Bill, because he owns some apartments. He even owns. Well, I can't say it was the store like with the Talarico, because that was across the street. That was kind of near Mutte's. But I know there was a store where he has apartments, stuff like that. But anyway, we have to. All right, how about just have our little coffee, a little sip of our coffee, because we're going to get this one right here today. So he says, I don't know what happens. I'm in his kind of building, and I decided to go in the other room. And when I went to the other room, it was beautiful. I mean, the apartment had like a small little elevator, tiny. I know a human couldn't fit in it or anything like that. But then everything in this one room was like it was to me at an apartment that almost like an apartment. All right, say, like when you're growing up. All right, this is a true story. Like when you're growing up, and like when you go to the first, like to a first house of someone who's loaded, who has a lot of money and stuff like that, and you just see so much stuff. Like everything is just so gorgeous and beautiful, and it kind of opens your eyes, because you see something. You go, wow, like these people are living like this and everything. So every room, everywhere I was going, I was looking at stuff but everything was just like it wasn't touched. It was like it was there, but it hasn't been moved or anything like that. It was like well kept. Everything was mint. I mean, picture this. But each room, the one room I went in, there was like a bed, and it had these little figurines, but they were like hockey, like little small hockey people on the bed, and each room had a different what's the bigger word? A different, a feel or a theme or something. It was totally different than the other. it was almost like it was done like, I don't know. But I remember like where the hockey figurines were and all that kind of stuff. Just like looking outside, like the windows or something. There was just all this gorgeousness going on. It was unbelievable. And I remember being in that room and I looked over and I seen like a cat. I mean, I couldn't tell. I mean, I know it was like mostly white and black, but it was in somewhere. And I started saying to myself, well, maybe someone's in this apartment. Again, it's a dream here, so but I was subconscious about there was so much beautiful stuff there, and I was like thinking of like taking it, but I don't like in real life I wouldn't do that. But in this dream I was saying, well, maybe this is for me, like, maybe it's for me. It was just odd. It was an odd thing. There was all the things that, like, I liked growing up or anything throughout my life. All this was all in this room, or each room. Right? Let me count the rooms. There was like the one like where the elevator was. And then when I looked over there, when I went into that other room, there was like 2, 3. But when I seen the cat in there, I thought maybe the owner or maybe someone is in here. But I couldn't remember. I thought I remembered, but I didn't really remember because no one told me. I mean, because it was a dream. Because I thought I remembered that someone said I could go there, or I couldn't go there, or whatever the case was, and it's pouring rain. What are we doing here at Tomatoes? No, I was going to end it like that, then come and do another one. Looking at trying to get the timer. God, it's not even 7 minutes. Alright, let's have a coffee here. So I thought somebody was in there. So I decided to go out. And then I ran into Bill. Bill was out there cooking. The owner in the dream. He does. Well, he owns his side of the building, but not the rest of it. His back room is small, but I thought, like in the dream, it just ended up being so big, and it went way out to like the beginning, like I believe where Masters was, or somebody was there. I remember as a kid, somebody was in the front cross street from Casals and stuff like that. But very odd. So getting back to this thing here with the immigration and all that kind of stuff. So in 2014, Obama was president. They had everything, had all branches. And I was trying to tell him up there, because we were getting into a little bit of conversation. Because I was saying, how like Jon Stewart is, or this or that, or like people have these shows and everything. And I sort of do it like that, but it's hard for me because like my views and all that. And then that's why I brought up. I said, well, what do you think of Trump? He's like, I don't like him at all and everything. So I was explaining some stuff about him. And I was making a lot of eye contact. But I can tell the lights were on. But I mean, it's just it's hard for something. This is just my opinion. It's hard for someone to have a comeback. We had the heat on all that time, even still. I thought the air conditioner was on. But it's hard. I mean, he doesn't really get involved in it. So I said, what's the feel up here? I thought I'd start off with something like, what's the feel? Because I hung around that area for a long time. What's the feel? I don't even know if he could even answer that. Like, so it's just working class, it's just, I was like, is it like redneck? I mean, what's going on? Like, what is it? I said, well, what about the Obamacare? I said, it was a thing here designed, for people, like, who weren't too much of a risk to get in. That didn't seem to work out. I said to him, I said, yes, I think we all should. And I said, look at all the other stuff that goes on. Like, I mean, you mean to tell me some of the stuff that he brings up is not like a direct link, like, to get these things that you keep on saying that you want? So anyway, the George Orwell. I think I got it right now. George Orwell. I had it right. Alright, let me try it again. So the thing here, the George Orwell. That was sexy. Hey, wait a second. You're not Tomatoes. Yes, I know. But you seem to be getting better, so we're going to bring out some heavy hitters. Don't boo. Get out and vote. Don't boo. Get out and vote. Don't boo. So anyway, welcome in to the West One Radio, high above downtown Los Angeles.